you guys, welcome back. She's a beautiful day out here in the bush. So today is wolf day. So we're all loaded up here, and we're gonna head up to that. So my first bait, it would have been the new bait that we did last year. I'm gonna go and load it up with some goodies, and that's probably the only bait I'm gonna get to today. My other one down the ways here, I'm not sure if I'm gonna use it again this year. I'm kind of looking for a different spot. It's just getting, I don't know, getting too open in there. All the willows and everything that were in there are all dead and gone. So everything just kind of got really open, but I know that first bait's a good spot. And I've located 2, possibly 3 other spots to set up in. But yeah, there is no shortage of wolves out here this year. They're all over the place. So I got a bucket full of snares, and we'll go over to this bait, load her up, and hang a few snares out, and keep an eye on it over the next week, because there was a whole bunch of wolf tracks up there 3 or 4 days ago. So it'll probably be another week or 2 before they come back through. Got the Toyota, she's just loaded full of meat scraps right now. Quite a load on there on the old girl. She's a little squatted. Yeah, it's all just butcher scraps. Lots of just bones, rib bones, leg bones. I was gonna pull the tarp off, but it seems to be frozen down on there right now. I'll get it off over at the bait site. Well, let's get going. Man, it feels good to be back over here at the wolf bait. Should have put bait here earlier this year, but I'm really lacking supplies this year. My butcher shop and other butcher shop, they barely had any animals in this year. It's been really slow. So I do have this load and probably another 2 loads. And then I don't think I have any more bait for the rest of the winter. Maybe just little bits here and there, but this is the bulk of it. So been kind of saving it because I didn't want to put it out because it was too warm and the birds would just eat it. So waited now. I think it's December 10th or 11th. So it's cooled off. We're good now. So we're going to start back this way. We're going to start our loop of snares going around this way, and we end down there. So in total, it's probably, I don't know, that's probably 80. By the time it's all said and done, the loop's probably about 150 yards. A big horseshoe. And it'll probably have, there's probably going to be probably close to 50 snares. And the other bait that I have, the Sasquatch bait I call it, that one there, that loop in there is like over 300 yards. It's too big. And then there too, there's a lot of the trees have died off, so everything's so open, whereas in here it's still thick. It's all, there's a good spot in here. So I'll grab my bucket here and a bucket of snares. Let me get rid of these link snares out of here. Bucket of snares and my wire. Let's head on in. There's this snare here from last year. This would have been one of the spots that a wolf got caught, but that ferrule had slipped on the snare. There's the first snare of 2024-2025 season. So yeah, I'm just gonna wander around here and set snares and, you know, probably add a few more here and there, but got lots to go. Let's get at her. That's number one. I think this here is the spot from last year that we got the first wolf of the year last year, right here, that black one. We had some freezing rain the other night. All these locks are a little frozen today. There's one there. I might go back down this trail here and put one more in there somewhere maybe. But we'll carry on. Let's go. There's one here from last year. Nice spot. Another cam lock that's frozen. Perfect. Makes it pretty easy when you come back every year and set up the same spots, the same trails. Just walk in, set your snare, leave. I just hang them all up each year. And they're ready for next year. Well, I'll do a couple more and then turn you back on in a bit. There's another nice spot right in here. I didn't catch a wolf here last year, but I caught a coyote on this spot. This snare here is going to be a 5/64 black cable with a killer kill spring on it. Pretty nice day out today. Got a little hoarfrost on everything. Right out there, and it could come out just a little further, I think. Yes, I got about a 18-20 inch loop, and you know, I'm about 17 inches, 18 inches off the ground. Just like that. Well, on to the next one. Well, I'm gonna have to put a new snare here at this one. This is a spot that last year I caught a moose at, and then the snare was just left here on the tree. But these ones were set with the kill spring, and then we had the S-hook breakaway. So the breakaway did its job, broke away, and the moose ran free. I'll take the parts back to the camp and remake a new snare for it. But we'll add a new one in here then. This one here don't have a breakaway. This is just some 332 cable, 332 1x19 with a 1/8 cam lock. So it's got an oversized cam lock with teeth. I find they fall lots faster, and they hook up way better. Old piece of wire is right here. And this wire I'm using here is for my support wire and tie wire. It's all 12 gauge. If your snare's kind of looking a little teardroppy, you can kind of take here and just kind of work this edge. Almost like you're gonna press on it to kink it, but you're not kinking it, you're just massaging it. It's rounded it out pretty good. ready to go. On to the next one. Well, we didn't make her too far. Only about 10 feet, if that, from the last spot. I forgot some of these spots here. Caught a bunch of coyotes in here last year, so. So up over here, the last I seen that I did a count, whatever it is, like, I don't know, 400 yards from here. And then back over that way where I caught the fisher and up here. So my count was 8 wolves. So I've seen their tracks multiple times now, and I've been able to count, and I've came up that there's 8 in that group. So that's a good number. Whether it was some of the same ones from last year or not, I don't know. I'd imagine that it could be because they're still in the area. So this one doesn't have a support collar on it for some reason. So when that happens, you can take your wire and make it like a W. And you just put your wire here, back across, or I guess like this. And it'll hold your snare for you. And this little bit that's up at the top, I'll just clip it off. On to the next one. Here's a real nice spot right in these thicker stuff here. I never did catch anything in here last year, but it's just a matter of time. Funny how it can't remember what I did yesterday, but I remember where every trap and snare is in the forest. This one here's got a little twisted. Some of these snares I noticed that over summer that they get screwed up kind of. It's the cheap cable. That one. And there was another one. Oh, it's over here. This one's some 332 cable, and it has a big Magnum kill spring on it. And it was good cable. That's a nice spot. Yeah, some of the cable, I don't know, when it's just sitting here in the tree hanging for the summer, maybe it has something to do with the heat, the weather, I don't know. But then it just starts, it gets all deformed for no reason. And I noticed that with some of that cheaper cable. Have to keep that in mind when I'm buying more stuff, and cheap cable ain't always good. Well, there's another one, there's another 3 more right back in here. And then once we get past these 3, we're about at the halfway point. So I think we got I think we're sitting about 13 snares right now to this point. We got quite a few more to go. So right here we're probably, I don't know, 80 yards from the bait. We're gonna set up right here on this trail. And then there's another trail there, we'll put on that one. And then there's another 2 more down here. I don't know how much I like these ones right here though. They're kind of in the open. And sometimes these ones that are in the open, I find that the deer want to come through here. I'll just go like that. Oh, looks pretty good there. Little teardrop though. Okay, I'll call that one good. We'll head down. We're at the halfway point right here, so We just have, I don't know, another bit, probably about 80 yards loop down in the bottom. That's where we caught most of them, was down low. And then we had that one that chewed out down there. But yeah, there's still a couple more to do here. Okay, I'll turn you on when we get down low here. Well, here's that spot last year. This is where that one chewed out was, right here. Looks a little different this year. There's a snare there, one there, another one here, and another one there. Whether they'll use the same spot they did last year, I don't know, but hate it when they fall down on the ground. They could, I just don't like it because you're pulling on it. And it'll make the snare tight. Could kink the cable a bit. I'm gonna have to put a new fresh piece of wire on that one. And then I got one more over here. With the cam lock that's frozen. Sometimes I'll bring a little propane torch with me. Give it a quick little blast, but usually it takes a second with your fingers, the heat of your fingers. One thing there is tons of rabbits in here this year. There's quite a bit of rabbit last year too, but there's a lot in here this year. We were actually deer hunting in the area, and just there's a road, I don't know, maybe 500 yards that way, and it goes down this hill, and there was lots of lynx tracks crossing that road. Might be a good area to come back and have a look at, and maybe set up for some lynx. But I'm gonna cut a piece of wire for here, and I'll fix these other ones up, and I'll see you over here at these other ones. Well, we're about at the end of our horseshoe here. There's a couple more to do down here, but there's probably a good 40 in here right now that they're set. I gotta bring some more snares next time. I got them ones that I brought with, but they all have kill springs, and I forgot my tool to set the kill springs, so I just had probably a dozen in there that didn't, so they're all set. And then I got all the old ones from last year all set. Nice one behind me here. And then there's that one there I'm waiting to connect on. That's that big log, and then there's a snare there for when they jump over it. So yeah, we're gonna head back up to the truck. We'll get all this bait unloaded, and we'll head back to the cabin. Ooh. Well, the stuff's pretty froze down. I just had a bunch of garbage in it. Well, I'm going to end this video here. I'm going to unload a little bit more, and yeah. Hopefully next time I see you guys at this bait here, we're pulling the first wolf out of the year. So, thanks for watching, and hit that subscribe button. We'll see you guys down the road.